Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same.
Does that mean anything to you?
I don't know.
What does it mean?
That I'm not supposed to be afraid.
Afraid of what?
Afraid of me.
Hey everyone, it's Billy Rude from 58 Magazine, and thank you for watching The Art of Dreaming. These films are about the second attention, the power to see the unseen. In order to change the world on the outside, we must change it on the inside. For our consciousness and energy is what creates reality, your life, your purpose, and your destiny. And in this episode, I will talk about our personality, this altered ego, and this dragon energy called the Parasite.
Before wizards went underground, when we were still being hunted by muggles, young wizards and witches sometimes tried to suppress their magic to avoid persecution. So instead of learning to harness or to control their powers, they developed what was called an obscurus.
It's an unstable, uncontrollable dark force that busts out and attacks. And then vanishes.
The primal questions of any marriage. What are you thinking? How are you feeling? What have we done to each other?
Have you ever asked yourself, who am I? What is this experience called life? And who really am I? When we become aware of ourselves, everything changes. We realized we are the creator and curator of our life. You are no longer the victim of your beliefs. You are the creator. You are the artist. You are also the painting. The canvas is your reality. But unlike most figures in a painting, you, however, have a brain. You have a brain and a mind that gives meaning to what it perceives.
You see a body because you like seeing one. We're seeing what we choose to see.
It functions beautifully, but it's not aware that there is an artist. There are many other figures in this painting, but they are also not aware of the artist. Ever since you can remember, you've given the main character of your story power to determine your reality. It has the authority to talk, think, and make decisions that affect your body and your world.
Thought is real. Physical is the illusion.
It tells you what to believe and how to invest your beliefs with emotional energy. You call the main character in your ongoing narrative me.
He's talking to you.
Always.
Are you in pain?
No, I don't feel anything I see apart. I'm hungry all the time.
And you feel sad.
You talk about yourself all the time, right? You say me, mine, and myself countless times in the course of any ordinary conversation. Through me, you say things like, hey, is this important to me? Are you listening to me? What are they saying about me? Me is everything that you believe you are. The difference is that me comes with a lot of baggage, past memories, judgments, and automatic assumptions. We put a lot of faith in our identity and expect it to matter to other people. Who we think we are develops into a mythology. Me is a personal mythology, a collection of stories that we repeat to ourselves and accept as truth.
So what do you do when you're not reducing the world?
What's wrong with reduction? What's wrong with boiling things down to their essence? What's wrong with seeing what's really going on?
And what's really going on? What's the big revelation?
What you think of as your personality is nothing but a collection of Vanity Fair articles. I could tell you your choice of sexual partners this evening was decided months ago by some account executive at Young and Rubicam.
It refers to an image, an idea we have of ourselves that we've attempted to put into words. The words we use to describe ourselves change all the time because we see things differently with every changing situation.
What's your real name?
I'll never tell.
My whole thing is to try and make my brain go away. But I can't, except on stage. The brain, I think, should be a softening influence on the instincts, but the instincts should drive. Trying to reconcile the brain with urges that come out of millions of years ago, the way the brain interprets these instincts is a heavy trip.
But this me is not actually who you really are. Your life, or the energy that made you a physical being. Life runs through your body and makes it able to move, to love, to feel. There is only energy in life and infinite points of view. Everything created by life has a point of view, and your body is one, and your mind is one. Reality is everyone's personal creation, so the same is true of your reality. The judgments in your head are the result of your beliefs and past experiences. If you feel oppressed by your own thoughts, then it's time to take charge of them. The main character of your story, me, wants to preside over everything.
Understand this?
You were looking for a way to change your life. You could not do this on your own. All the ways you wish you could be, that's me.
This is crazy.
People do it every day. They talk to themselves. They see themselves as they'd like to be.
And as me changes, so does its impression of reality. Me began when we first learned to talk and since has consumed our attention ever since. Most of us can't imagine ourselves without a main character, but by directing our efforts toward mental peace and calm, we can rise above the noise of our programming. The noise is our emotional poisons. I am talking about the mental disease that exists on this planet. This disease is called fear.
Saki. Down. Kak saki. Le diop saya diop lela. Tawila. Saki lo. Belko hanel. Lelela kuyoku tikusta. Lelelo tsokan. Kaskuta. Uetan kila gusta. Tene maten Jesus utian wilatsi sakli. Hosta poksika. Matasiki chikatalo.
It infects our skin, fills our emotional body with poison, and manifests as anger, hate, sadness, envy, and suffering. We have become mentally ill due to fear. This fear has become so great, it is called mental illness. It has tortured our common sense and reasoning to become so frightened it runs away from reality. This is called schizophrenia, paranoia, psychosis, depression, anxiety, and etc.
An obscurus grows in the absence of love, as a dark twin.
I have been every voice you have ever heard inside your head.
We live in so much fear that the only way we relate to each other emotionally is by anger, jealousy, envy, and suffering.
All I have are negative thoughts.
Even saying I love you is terrifying to most people due to the fear of being hurt. This has created such a disturbance in the mind, which is called denial and lies. This sophisticated denial system has been so perfected that we believe in our own lies. It is like a wall of fog that blinds us from the truth of our emotional pain.
The sooner you can put that pain in the past where it belongs.
The society of humans is full of emotional pain and poison, where we all act like a predator, full of judgment, blame, guilt, envy, anger, hate, sadness, and suffering. These are all little demons in our mind because we have practiced them into our lives. We experience society as a collective reality, which is a collective dream of all our rules, laws, religions, cultures, and behaviors. These are all experiences of different voices and information stored inside of our mind.
Do this, and you will be honored among wizards. forever.
Humans use fear to domesticate other humans, and our fear increases with each experience of injustice. And some wounds will heal, and others will become infected with more and more poison. Once we are full of emotional poison, we have the need to release it, and we practice releasing the poison by sending it to someone else.
I'm an agent of chaos. Oh, and you know the thing about chaos? It's fear.
The poison keeps growing and growing until someday one of them is going to explode. This is often how we relate to each other. By hooking the attention, the energy goes from one person to another person. The people of power abuse the people who have less power.
See, madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
Because they need to release their emotional poison. That is why humans are hunting power all the time. Because the more powerful we are, the easier it is to release the poison to the ones who cannot defend themselves. This mental disease is the emotional poison and addiction to power.
What could you give me?
Everything. A new empire.
Only a person who wanted to find the stone, find it, but not use it, would be able to get it.